What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very special guest back to the channel after the previous time you visited us. Robert Degle, thank you so much for being here, man. Guys, I don't have to explain a lot about Robert Degle. Check him out. I'll put some links in the description. He's going to show us 2 ways to go to the double cross ashi. Let's just get to it. Oos.
So what we're gonna look at are 2 different ways to go into a double cross ashi from a regular cross ashi, and then we're gonna look at like the value of the double cross ashi. All right, so we'll start off in just a regular cross ashi. So both my feet are on the inside, and I have Bteam's primary leg, that's the leg, his leg within my hips, across my hip, right? Whereas by contrast, in a straight ashi, it would be, it's not across my hip, right? So I go into the cross ashi, or sometimes we'll also call this the saddle position. Now here, I have this primary leg within my hips, but if I want to get to a heel hook, it's going to be really, really difficult to do so unless I also control the secondary leg. Because what anyone who's good is going to do is they're going to hide their heel like this. So when Bteam turns the back of his knee to face into my hips, his heel also rotates. And now it's really hard to just go back and get a heel hook. And yeah, he's going to start posting and escaping. So what I want to do is, before I just go for the heel hook, I want to also control the secondary leg. Okay, so just take note of the fact that Bteam's ankle is a little jacked up. Yeah, there's a video of Craig and Bteam rolling at the BJJ Focus Camp in Belgium. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys saw that. Yeah, so I'm gonna be like excessively nice to his ankle, so the grips won't be super tight, but when you do it, they should be tight. Anyway, so we're here. And I'm gonna go a little lower with the grips than I normally would. I would want my grip here, but I'm not gonna do that for Bteam's ankle's sake. Anyway, so I'm here. Now we have his primary and his secondary leg. Both of them are controlled. Because his knees are like, they're bound together essentially, he can't take this leg away, start getting up and doing things to escape, okay? But now my arms are occupied with controlling his secondary leg, right? So they're not going to be able to get to a heel hook. So what we're going to want to do is do some kind of what we call a leg transfer sequence, where I transfer control of the secondary leg into a heel hook. And we want to have that window be as small as possible, all right? One of the best ways we can do that is by moving first into what we call double cross. So let's just rotate this way so you can see. So you guys see both of his legs are like across the opposite hip, right? And I can hold an ankle lock grip and I can go for a heel hook on the primary leg. Okay, and what that does is it allows me to maintain control of both legs so he can't take this leg away, heist and get away while I go for the heel hook, okay? So we're gonna look at 2 ways to get to that position. The first way is gonna be, I take my left arm, I go over the knee and I grip the shin of the primary leg, okay? As I'm doing this, my shoulder should be in front, like relative to his hips of the knee, right? So my shoulder is closer to his hips rather than over the knee, right? So we're here, I go over. That's so that when he draws the knee back, it hits into my shoulder and it doesn't just like, if it's here, the knee just goes straight back, yeah. So you wanna be here. Now I draw my left elbow back, okay? And my left hand is gripping the shin of his primary leg. It's going like all the way around, right? You don't want a shallow grip. Like you're gonna feel your fingers. If it's shallow, you're gonna feel like your fingers like sliding off. So you want like really, really low. The lower you can get it, the better. Okay, like towards my body, right? So we're here with my fingers really, really low. My left elbow draws back and my shoulder is in front of his knee, okay? And my left elbow is drawing back, right? So what I'm expecting is for him to start pushing. Yeah, that's obviously what someone's gonna wanna do to get out. So this is not something I'm holding like indefinitely. I'm just gonna hold it for a pretty brief period of time as I take this arm from like an ankle lock and it goes under like so. Okay, as soon as it's here, my head goes low and this hand goes to my far shoulder. Now this elbow, it's naturally gonna like gravitate in this direction. So instead of trying to hold on to that grip, I just grip here, okay, at his knee. Now we have what's called an over-under. So this is over, this is under, right? You can go right for a heel hook here, right? That's a really good leg transfer sequence. But another really good technique is when you feel him starting to draw this leg back, right? He's trying to free this leg in that direction. When you feel that happening, what you can do is you can go with this hand that was, I'll come back one second. this hand that is like holding the ankle right now, right? So my head and my arm are holding the ankle. When he draws this back, we can pass off to a grip on the knee. And now this hand that was at the knee can go back to the foot and you pull it across. Now, once you're here, focus on the knee once again. Don't go right for the ankle lock. Yeah, because he can sometimes pull it out. So again, we're here. Let's start from the beginning. And in real life, my grip would be lower, but again, his ankle's injured, right? So we're here. I go 1, okay, this grip. I grip the shin of the primary leg. My elbow's back. My shoulder is nice and low. This arm comes out, and it goes under. We achieve just a basic over-under, which this in and of itself can be a really good way to get to a heel hook, okay? Now the next thing is he's trying to pull his leg away, right? No, this leg. He's trying to pull this leg away. So you grip the top of the knee, and now look, the foot starts to come this way. You grab the foot, and then you pass off to the other side. You come up to the knee, and you control. Now you can hold onto both legs. It's hard for him to escape as you start digging for the heel hook, okay? So that's one way you can get to it. Now, what if you can't get to that over-under position, okay? Another way you can start feeding into the double cross ashi is, I'm gonna take this hand, my left hand, and I go with a C grip inside the knee, okay? Now, I'm assuming he's gonna try to start pulling it out, okay? If they don't try that, this is not gonna work, but pretty frequently people are gonna try to do that, right? Nobody wants to have both of their legs controlled. So we're here, he goes through it, I grip like this. So I have 2 hands gripping like so, all right? Now my left hand that's at the knee goes to the foot, and I pull it across. With both sequences, I'm making, pull the leg this way. It's operating off of the assumption that he's gonna wanna pull his leg away from me, and I'm using some form of control at the knee to hold the leg very temporarily in place, while the hand, my other hand, goes to the toes and pulls across. If you go to the ankle, like if you try to grab like the ankle or the foot, it's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to pull it across your hip the way you want to. It's gonna have to be a grip at the toes, okay? So as he pulls this away, we grip the toes, and that's what allows us to pull this across, right? Whether it's here or whether it's here, okay? So this is 2 ways you can get to a double cross ashi and control both legs and then look to get to a heel hook.
Awesome stuff, Robert. Thank you so much for showing that one. Those 2 options, nice stuff. I really like how you usually go for the leg trap saddle, you know, like when do you choose to go for the double trouble with your arms, and when do you trap it with your legs?
It's just gonna depend upon the reaction the guy's giving, right? So like what we just looked at, the double cross, that's when like the guy they're pulling their leg back, right? They're trying to get the leg like back and away, right? So they can free it in that direction. The leg trap saddle is going to be more when the leg, like when they rotate excessively, and then the leg goes, like this leg goes in front of the knee. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So there's different ways people will try to escape. You'll feel different things that they're doing, and then you got to tailor what you're doing based on that. The double cross ashi, I usually will go for that in situations where, like I said, the guy is pulling, he's going like backwards, and he's pulling the secondary leg back. Yeah. And then that gives you a chance to get this toe grip on the foot and pull it across. Whereas with the leg trap, it's more so like they're doing this really, really hard, and then that goes below the knee. Yeah.
Nice. Really cool to see those options, guys. If you aren't familiar yet with the leg trap saddle, Robert is very experienced in that. He did a seminar with us yesterday about it, and the last time we trained it. I really like doing that. It's cool to have these other options as well from the saddle. So thank you for showing that, guys. If you want to check out Robert Degle, what's the best way for people to reach you?
Instagram. So I would go to Robert Degle BJJ. So Robert Degle BJJ. Yeah.
Cool. I'll put a link down in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oos.